Hello, this is Susie. Um, I was talking with Bobby over at Crafty Critter 911, Crafty Critter 919. Bobby, I was talking with her, and she showed me one of her little flower buds that she made, and I asked her if she would show me how she made them. Um, she showed me how she made them, and uh, they were really, 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 really cute. But it was very difficult for me to do it that way because I have nerve damage in my right hand, which is my prominent hand. And it was very, very difficult for me to do the folding of the flower petals the way that they need to be done. It was really hard for me to do it that way. So I came up with a way for it to work for me, and I changed it up a little bit, and this is the flower design that I came up with. Thanks to Bobby showing me how to make them her way, I was able then to come up with a way for it to work for me. So anyways, let me show you how I did this. And I don't know if you can see or not, but it's got the little green leaves on the bottom. There you go, that's a better close-up. Okay, so let me set this aside. Oops. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is punch out the cardstock, and I'm using a decent weight cardstock that's got some glitter on it. Using the glitter paper makes a big difference because when I go to color the paper more, the glitter will act as a resist, and the color won't take in the glitter spots, and it makes a very pretty effect. I'm using this paper punch by Martha Stewart. It is the one that has the stamps, although I won't be using the stamp portion of this today. And I'm also using these, and it took me a long time to find these, and that's why I wanted to show you the whole box, because they were hard for me to find. I didn't know exactly what they were called, and anyway, so when I found them, I was super excited, and they're by Darce. They're called Flora Pens, and they're 3 inches long, and they have a pin point on the end of them with a little bead on the end too, or the other end. Okay, and I will also be using this paper punch by, I believe this is EK Success. Yes. And the only part of this punch that I'll be using is this piece right here. And I'm also going to be using this homemade spray that I made. It is acrylic paint, water, and mica powder. Alright, so I'm just gonna punch these out. You're gonna need, oh my goodness, I forgot to count how many. Hang on. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're gonna need 9 flower petals and 1 leaf petal. And I'm gonna pause this while I do this real quick. Okay, I'm back. So, you want to put your paper punched out pieces with the cardstock color facing down on your mat, with just the white facing up. I forgot to tell you a couple other things I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using this Crystal Fine Glitter by Martha Stewart, and hot glue gun. Okay, so what you want to do is get your spray, and I'm going to put this here for just a second for a backdrop on my. Hang on one second. I'm just gonna set this right here for a second while I spray my stuff so I don't end up with spray all over everything. Okay, give that a good spray. And then you're going to want to rub that around in your spray. Get all your pieces is, really good coated. You don't want your paper so wet that it falls apart. That's why I'm using cardstock for this, because paper's a little thin, and oops, I got a little bit of that on my table. I learned the hard way to get it off the table if you get it on there, because it does not want to come off your mat. So just a little warning. Don't do what I did and stain your brand new mat. I'm going to be doing another video here pretty soon. I'm going to be doing a giveaway of, what happened was, I got that, the board by, Crafter's Companion, the Ultimate Crafter's Companion board. Well, I got that, and my stepmom really liked it a lot, so I ordered her one. Well, I got it in the mail, and I was going to give that to her for Christmas. Well, I got it in the mail, and had just opened the box and set it off to the side, and my phone rings. It's my stepmom calling me. She calls me all super excited, and couldn't hardly wait to tell me that she had just bought the Ultimate Crafter's Companion board. I just laughed. It was funny. So she doesn't need two of them, and I've already got one, so I thought I would do a giveaway for one. So I'm gonna do a video on that with all the details and whatnot here pretty soon. So anyway, alright, so you get your paper to this point right here, and you want to take your heat gun and dry them. And I'm going to pause for this part. Hello, I'm back. Okay, so I got them all dry, and so now we want to take a ball tool. You'll want something, if you don't have one like this, you'll want to use something round about this size on the petals. And this is from, let me see, I have this. I had my other parts in there. So it's by McGrail, and it's a set that came with this little holder thing. So when you get the 3 different ball stylists of different sizes. Okay, so what you want to do first is you take your, let me get this so you can see what I'm doing. So you want to take your stylist and push in the center and go around in a circle. Okay, and get it like this. And then it just goes up like that. And then you want to take the ball on each one of the leaves. You want to give it a good push. On each one of these leaves, give it a push. Oops, sorry, you see what I'm doing. Turn it around. Give it a push. You want to give it quite a bit of pressure, and then you can go ahead and push again in the center. You want to push pretty hard when you're doing that, and then it makes a little cup with your flower. You can see that it makes a little cup. I'll show you again on one more. Okay, so you want to push pretty hard in the center and go around with your stylus or your ball tool and just kind of go around in a circle around the whole center area. Okay, and then you want to take your ball stylus and push on each one of these little leaves or petals. Just like that. And then give it another push and go around one more time in the center. Okay, it makes a little cup just like that. Okay, so go ahead and do that to all of your petals, and I'll pause while I finish doing these ones. Hello, this is me. I totally messed up when I told y'all to do all of these. Save 2 of the flower petals, and we're going to do those 2 a different way. I'll go ahead and show you real quick here. I am so sorry. I hope you guys caught this before you paused it. Sorry, just so that one leaf is a little out. Okay, so what you want to do is you have your flower petal. You want to turn it over so that the back is facing up, and you want to go just on the edge of the leaf like this, just like that. You want to push, don't go any further down though, and then do that to each one of them. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Now you want to turn it back over to the front. And now you're going to put your ball stylus right in the center and give it a push. And then you end up with this. Okay, and these are going to be your last 2 petals that you put on your flower. I'll show you one more time. So you turn it over. Okay, and you just push right on the tip of each one of your flower petals. And this works better if your punch is 5 petals. I've tried it with a 6-petal punch, and it did not want to turn out right for me. There's just too many petals to have to fold up. It just didn't look right. So you really want a 5-petal. Okay, so I did that, and now turn it over and take your stylus and just push right in the center. Just like that. Isn't that cool? Okay, so like I said, do 2 like this and the rest like this. Okay, I'll be right back. Hello, this is me again. Okay, now you're gonna want to punch 1 green of something like this right here. Okay, and then I have one here already. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to put a little, angle the tips so that they're pointy. Just like that. Okay, and you want to do that on every one of these. Okay, just like that. I'm going to go ahead and pause while I finish doing this real quick. Okie dokie. Now you want to do the same thing you did to the last 2 petals. So you just want to run this along the tips of every one of them. Just like that. And then flip it over and push in the center, just like that. And that makes there's your leaf that goes on the bottom, or the last one. Okay, I forgot to plug in my glue gun, so I'm gonna pause real quick while that heats up, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Alright, so the first thing that we do then is pick which one of the little cup ones you want, and use the end of your pen to poke a hole in it, and go ahead and push it up. Sorry, let me get moved up a little bit closer. Alright, so you want to push it up about right there, just a little ways away from the end, and then take your glue gun and put a little bit of glue down in there. Sorry, my glue gun doesn't, there we go. Didn't want to cooperate with me. Alright, and then you just slide it up, and I cut my fingers like this, like this, around that one, and get it kind of smallish. Just kind of cup it around that little bead on the end. Alright, and then go to your next one and poke it in the center and slide it up. Alright, and what do you want to do, hopefully anyways, try your best. I know for me it's a little difficult, but okay, so you see where there's a little V right here in between the petals? That's where you want your next petal to go. That way you're alternating every other flower. Okay, dab a little glue in it. Alright. And get your little stringies off of there. Okay, then go to your next one. Basically, I just try to let all my tools, sorry, sticking myself with a pin on the end. Alright, get it. It works best for me if I kind of get it lined up where I want it to go before I put the glue on there. That way I don't have to mess with it a bunch. I just gotta slide it up. Alright. And I don't worry about my strings from the glue until I'm done, and then I just kind of go through and pick them all off. Alright. And then you go to your next one. Get it lined up where you want it. And then grab your glue. Okay. Alright. And that's what we got so far. Okay. And your next one. See if I can get that slid up there without getting poked. And really, you can put as many of these ones on as you want. Oops, I kind of got my glue. Got carried away with it right there. Alright. Okay, so now we got this so far. And let's see, how many do I have on there so far? One. I have 5 on there so far. And I think I'm going to do... one more. It up. That looks good. Okay, and now I'm gonna do my 2 petals that look like this. Okay, and just same thing you were doing before. You're really gonna start seeing the flower coming together once this one goes on there. Okay, and again, get it lined up. So you're still altering. Okay. And slide it up there. And like I said, you're really going to start seeing it coming together now. See, doesn't that look awesome? Okay, and then your other one. And again, you want to alter it, so you'll want to put your next one in between the last two petals. I kind of twisted and turned mine all over the place. Okay, but I still, oops, dang it. Awesome, my glue was still hot, so I was able to move it. I kind of got it in the wrong spot. And I'm pulling on the pin and pushing this up nice and tight by the flower. And, you know, if you want it altered a little bit, just kind of play with it a little bit. Your petals are going to be really stiff, though, because of the coloring the leaves. It really does make your paper nice and stiff, and, you know, it's like this is going to last a very long time. Okay, and last but not least, now you put your little leaf on. And same thing, stick some glue in there and slide it up. You know, my thing was I just, I have such little amount of, my fine motor skills on my right hand are really bad. And it's just very difficult for me to try to manipulate the petals by hand. So I either needed to come up with, oops, shoot, I'm so sorry, I wasn't even in frame. I didn't even notice. I'm sorry. So I just did the leaf one just the same, glued it, slid it up, and now you can either be done, or if you want to, I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to use some white glue. Okay, so I'm going to bring over my tray here. Alright, so I'm going to make sure my glue's working. Okay, and I'm just going to do little tiny dots of glue. On the petals. Just like that. Everybody's just wipe them all off. And put a little bit of your glue all the way around the little bead on the inside. And kind of a little bit here and there inside there. Okay, so you do that, and then you take your glitter and sprinkle your glitter all over it. Alright, you can do as little or as much as you want. And once the glue dries, it's just going to be clear glitter on your little rose. Well, thank you guys for watching. This is Susie, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Bye.